On Monday night, the college football playoff championship delivered a thrilling conclusion, as Ohio State triumphed over Notre Dame with a 34-23 victory to claim their first national title since 2014. But for one man, the win was about much more than just the scoreboard. Kirk Herbstreit, a beloved voice in college football and a former Buckeye quarterback, found himself overwhelmed with emotion as his alma mater secured the championship. And as he stood in the broadcast booth, it became clear that this victory was a release for something deeper than just football. Herbstreit, calling the game alongside Chris Fowler, couldn't contain his feelings as the final whistle blew. His voice cracked with emotion as he spoke about the significance of the victory for Ohio State. "Oh, don't start with me, man. I'm a little emotional," Herbstreit admitted as he tried to keep it together. "I'm just fired up for these guys." For Kirk, the win wasn't just about the title, it was about what the team had gone through to get there. "When you call these games, you're supposed to be objective," Herbstreit continued, his voice thick with emotion. "But this team, because of what they went through to get to this point, you're just happy. You're just happy for them." As the conversation continued, Herbstreit briefly stepped away to grab a tissue, trying to regain composure. The ties to Ohio State run deep for Kirk. Born in Ohio, a former quarterback for the Buckeyes, and with his own son, Zach, currently playing as a walk-on tight end for the team, the emotional connection was undeniable. Herbstreit's connection to Ohio State is more than just professional, it's personal. His father was both a player and coach at Ohio State, and the family has long been a part of the Buckeyes' storied legacy. His son Zach's presence on the team only added to the emotional weight of the moment. With everything that Ohio State had gone through this season, especially after their loss to Michigan that kept them out of the Big Ten championship game, Herbstreit felt a deeper connection to this particular team. The comeback, the perseverance, and the ultimate triumph brought back memories of his own experiences as a player. "We're all from somewhere," Scott Van Pelt reminded Herbstreit. "There's zero apologies needed to explain the emotion." And that was the truth. This wasn't just another game for Kirk, this was his team, his family, and his heart all wrapped up in one unforgettable victory. Then, the following day, Herbstreit opened up even more, revealing that there was a lot more behind his emotional reaction than anyone had known. "It's been a tough year for me behind the scenes," Herbstreit shared. "My wife got diagnosed with breast cancer. You know, my dog, Ben, dies. It was just a lot of emotion." Herbstreit's wife, Alli, had been diagnosed with breast cancer earlier in the year, a devastating blow for the family. Along with that, the loss of their beloved dog Ben added to the emotional weight that Kirk had carried in silence. He explained that his role as an ESPN analyst required him to power through, to stay professional. But that night, after Ohio State's victory, the floodgates opened. "When you do what we do, you endure, you do your job," Herbstreit explained. "But when the Buckeyes won, I was so happy, because of what they faced. And all the stuff behind the scenes. It was like almost, I don't know, maybe a release of all that pent-up stuff. And it just got the best of me." Herbstreit's emotional reaction wasn't just a moment of joy for Ohio State. It was a release of everything he had been holding inside. His passion for the Buckeyes, his love for his family, and the challenges they had faced all came together in that single, unforgettable moment. Kirk Herbstreit's emotional breakdown after Ohio State's national championship win reminded us all that sometimes the most powerful moments are about more than just the game. They're about life, family, and the strength we find in each other. For Kirk, this championship was more than just a victory, it was a testament to resilience, love, and the power of perseverance. Monday night was a monumental moment for college football. Ohio State clinched the national championship at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. But for ESPN's Kirk Herbstreit, it was about so much more than just the victory. The longtime analyst, who played quarterback for the Buckeyes, was brought to tears on live television, unable to hold back his emotions as the team he loves reached the pinnacle of success. What many didn't know at the time, however, was that there was far more happening behind the scenes in Herbstreit's life, struggles and personal challenges that have shaped this emotional moment. As Ohio State took home the win, Herbstreit couldn't help but be overcome with emotion. But what was unfolding in that moment was more than just the excitement of a victory. In an emotional conversation with Pat McAfee the next day, Herbstreit revealed that his tears were the culmination of an incredibly difficult year, one that involved personal hardship, deep challenges, and moments of pure emotional release. I haven't really talked about this publicly, but Alli, my wife, faced some stuff, Herbstreit shared on the Pat McAfee show. It's been a tough year for me behind the scenes. The news that his wife, Alli, had been diagnosed with breast cancer was something Herbstreit had kept private up until that point. Herbstreit's family has always been at the core of his life, and the diagnosis hit hard. Along with that, his dog, Ben, had passed away, and to top it all off, his son Zach, an Ohio State tight end, faced life-threatening heart issues just 2 years ago, issues that led to Zach's medical retirement. Zach's health scare was a pivotal moment for the Herbstreit family. They were talking about a heart replacement for a while. Kirk explained, "I have a lot of gratitude for Ryan Day, who wrapped his arms around Zach and kept him involved, even when things seemed uncertain." Despite the challenges, Zach found his place on the team, and the sense of family within the Buckeyes only deepened for Kirk. When Herbstreit appeared on ESPN's post-game coverage after the national championship win, his emotions were clear. He tried to keep it together, but the weight of everything hit him in that moment. "I'm a little emotional. I'm just fired up for these guys," Herbstreit said, as he struggled to find his composure. To those watching, it seemed like a simple reaction to a big win, but for Kirk, it was the culmination of everything he had endured behind the scenes. The joy of seeing Ohio State overcome adversity mirrored his own family's resilience. "I talked to these players. I talked to these coaches. I know what they faced after that Michigan game," Herbstreit continued. "I know the pain. I know what people were saying. But Coach Day took the high road. He didn't say anything. He got his team ready. And they won it." For Herbstreit, this wasn't just about football. It was about the strength of the Ohio State family, the perseverance of his son Zach, and the quiet resolve of his wife, Alli, as she faced cancer. "That's why I'm emotional," Herbstreit said. "It's what these guys faced. It's what my family's faced. And seeing them all come out on top, it just means so much." In that brief moment, the emotion wasn't just about a game or a victory. It was about a man who has endured personal trials, standing alongside his family, and watching a team he's long been part of rise to greatness. Kirk Herbstreit's emotional breakdown on live television was a reminder that behind the public persona of a college football analyst, there's a man who, like so many of us, faces personal challenges and triumphs. His journey, filled with adversity, proves that sometimes, it's not just about winning on the field, it's about the strength and support of the people who stand by us through it all.